In this episode, we'll complete the third item on our programming to-do list, switching the app from portrait to landscape mode. When putting together your app, you'll think about the orientation of a device. Portrait mode is when your phone is upright or vertical. Landscape mode is when you tilt your phone to the side. You configure your apps to work in either or both of these orientations. For Bullseye, we want to make the app work only in landscape mode because the game looks and feels better that way. As you'll see, you can set up your orientation in Flutter, but you'll also need to make some adjustments to the iOS platform for older iOS devices. When working with Flutter, you'll see that there are folders for each target platform. Right now, we're deploying to both iOS and Android, so there's both iOS and Android folders. You can make configuration changes in these folders. Of course, these changes are platform specific, so it will be beneficial to study both iOS and Android platforms so you can understand the various configuration options available to you.
To get started, open your project in progress or download the sample project for this episode. We're going to import the services library. This contains a lot of useful tools when interacting with the target platform, like motion controls and a clipboard. Open main.dart and import the services library. Next, before we set orientations, we're going to refactor our code. That is, reorganize it to make it cleaner. We'll start by creating a new stateless widget. Underneath the main method, type st. From the options, select Stateless Widget. Give it the name Bullseye App. Now copy the Material App widget from the main method and paste it in the build method of our Bullseye App widget. Next, update the main method to return our new Bullseye App widget. And now our app is much cleaner. We've encapsulated our app into a widget. Very cool. Next, let's set our orientation. In the build method of the Bullseye app, set the orientation by way of the system Chrome. Here we are supporting both landscape left and landscape right by adding a list of device orientations that we have set in Set Preferred Orientations. Now build and run on an Android device. You'll notice when the app starts up, the interface is correctly showing up in landscape while the device is orientated in portrait mode. By pressing the rotate buttons, you can rotate the emulator. Now for iOS. Open up the iOS folder, and then open up the runner folder. Open up the info.plist file. This contains all the various configuration options in iOS. In Xcode, you automatically add keys to it. For now, we'll manually edit the code. For the phone version, remove the portrait orientation. We'll leave the iPad orientations as is. Now save and start the iOS simulator. And now we have our Bullseye app up and running. This time we'll rotate by pressing Command right or Command left. Nice work.